Hi Theo.
Hallo Danique.
Ik wil weer dat je het weer lekker pittig gaat maken. En deze kant weer lekker strak.
Ja.
En lekkere blonde kleuren erin. En tijd voor de zomer.
Yeah, Danique wants her hair to be updated, more strong, because now it's a bit feminine. And she wants, because it's springtime, she wants to go to the blonde colors, because in summertime blonde is a lot more fun than brown colors. So that's what we're going to do. Danique, wil je alsjeblieft een rondje rijden? Will you turn for you and the rest of the world?
Yeah.
To show your hair now. And I think a lot of people in the world think this is a wonderful hairstyle. It is, but it's not Danique's hairstyle. Thank you very much. Hello friends on YouTube, gonna do her hair, and she want to update of this hairstyle because she also loves a bit boyish feelings, not too much because she's ultra feminine. And what I told you, it's springtime, so she wants to go into the blonde color, so we will make a lot of highlights into her hair and then bring the color down a little bit to give the brown colors a more brown effect and less red. Gonna make the sides shorter, so it will be looking stronger. We'll keep the length, we'll cut the longer parts with a hot scissor because then the ends are sealed. Well, that's what I'm going to do, and so when you watch this video you will all see that. As always I start with wetting the hair a little bit, not too much, but I love to work on moist hair. It's less irritating for the customer and it works a lot better with parting.
De parfum.
Nee.
Een andere.
She asked me if there is a parfum into my bottle, but it is not. In a lot of my videos I tell you that I put in a shampoo one, and this I do because a lot of shampoos now on the market have silicone based products, and I want to bring down the silicone based products, so that's why I put the shampoo number one in my bottle, and therefore the glass balls are also in, so I can shake it. And then you see I get a little bit foam in the bottle. That's the shampoo one. So now she knows what's in it. That smells like roses. Roses are red, my love. Okay, let's start. With the update of the sides. Part I do scissor over comb, and then the other part I do clipper over comb, creating a nice new strong line. As always, I work in the line of the eyebrow bones. This reduces the weight of this part a lot and gives also a more boyish style, but still in a feminine line. Lay the hairs a little bit to the front. When I do this I give it also a graduation to the back. Gives a nicer fall. And now I'm going to work till I get on the skull bone. But I need the skull bone to get the volume I want on the back. But first I'll work out this line. En je eigen kleur is ook niet echt een hele lelijke kleur.
Nee, maar...
Best een mooie kleur.
Ja, maar hij is... Ja... Ik vind het
beetje
zelf
vlak.
Niet. Ja. Is goed niet... nee. Het springt er niet echt uit.
Nee. With my small clipper I clean up this side first. Make sure I have a nice soft connection to the face lines. As you can see I used also a flat comb. Set out the side beard. Bend the ear to the front. Make a nice rounding. Al die straaljagers in de buurt.
Nou hè?
Ja. Dat klinkt het nou. Hè? Now I've get myself the first line, and now you see I just started to get a little bit behind the ear, about 1.5 centimeters. So now I get to get me into this rounding and leave the length as long as possible. This I do by copying the line about 2 centimeters higher than the line I just cut. Lay the underhair back and lay the upper hair aside. Set this aside with a clipper. Set my scissor in the same line. If I did the cut on the front, bend the hair again to the front. So I take it up, I bend it to the front. And now I'm starting to follow the lines of the skull bone on the left side. Onze Groesbeekse telefoniste. Hi.
Ja. Ja toch.
Now here I'm leaning on the skull bone. So this is the part where I go down. I work in the line I previously cut, knowing that I only have to take off the ends with a hot scissor. Going in the opposite lines of the hair fall. This makes the hairstyle a little bit more strong because it's a nice strong line, nice clean, wonderful on a small skull. She has a lovely small skull, a large mouth.
En dan word ik dadelijk uitgenodigd in een dierentuin, ja.
Ja, we hebben panda's, hè?
Oh, nou dat vond ik wel zielig hoor.
Wat?
Nou, hoe dat onthoud gisteren.
Ach, die panda's krijgen er niks van mee. Hè?
Door dat...
Belachelijk.
Nee.
We in Holland get pandas in the zoo. We get them from China. It cost 60 million euros. And we had a big parade bringing them here to Holland. I think we sent a cow back for 20 million euro to China. And looking what happened when they arrive in China. If they give also a parade to have a cow of us.
Oh.
It was big news. And then you can see how small Holland is. First make myself the baseline again. Now I need my small comb to clean the line. Een mooie kopje, schat.
Dank je.
Jij ook. Working very gently, don't force anything on the skin, because when we're going to color it, I don't need damage on the skin. By clipper blades, just irritates the skin.
Ja. Inderdaad.
Nou, dan kan ik ze laten zien wat ik van plan ben. Een stukje verder. Now you see, I've cut this line. This is totally on the skull bone. The skull bone is laying here, and this is the line down. So now I work this line till I get on this line, because I know because this line was connected, that line is correct. So you see that I curve into this line to hold the length on the left side and to have a nice short frame on the front side, because you know, you see that her total skull looks a lot more strong and more power and more trendy, because when it's long it's more feminine but softer, there's a less trendy. Go into this line. And again, copy the line. And I'm going to work till I get on the longer part and go out there. And this is still the line of her eyebrow line where I'm working in, because my comb is leaning in the same line as her natural lines. And when you work in the natural lines of a skull, the hairstyle is much more strong and lasts longer than you don't do. Clean up the neckline again. Lead the neck hairs to the left side so they stand up. Connect them to the short hairs on the right side. Again, don't lean on the blades because then you get an irritated skin. Now this is ready, so now I can connect all the lines on this side with a hot scissor. Now this is the line. We don't want to cut off a lot, but you see this ends are dry, so that I take off, holding as much length as I can. Do this first in the freehand style, just combing the hairs down. Be aware of the ear because it has also a shape. So it pushes the hair out. You can also hear that on the back the hair is always better than on the front. That you can hear by cutting the hairs. Thunderstorm in the neighborhood. Now I show you how I connect this. Like a thing. You see, the cut comes from here, but the hairs always lays this way. So I need to be aware that it's a little bit longer than when it falls in natural falls. I lay it on the line. I just cut, and I cut it about a half centimeter longer. Then I'm certain that I've cut all the hairs that needed to be cut and close them again. Now I can watch at the line I cut on the front because I'm sitting on the side, so I can see the line of cutting and connect both lines to each other. Now I take the hairs up with the fine part of my comb and give them a slight graduation by pulling them to the right side and make sure the fold is to the left side. Folds of the hair always go in the opposite lines. And the parts where I come to the front is this part. I take it up, pull it up till I get on the line, and only this part give a slight point cut technique, so I get a nice soft connection to the hair that's longer. And now you see that a line like this walks wonderfully over the skull bone and is in full contact with it. Ja, dat gaat goed met jou.
Nou.
The farther I go to the front, the less I pull to the right side. And when I'm over the center line, I turn it around. So now I take the hairs up in a half moon shape, curve them, lay my fingers in the line of cutting, show you also that, take the hairs up, bend them to the line of cutting. This was my line, and cut this part off. And this is the center line of our hairs. Do this to all the hairs till I get on the front. And for so far the cutting, so now I can make first my bleach, because I want to make a lot of highlights in it. I first don't break down this color, because this color I can correct afterwards and give it a brown shade by a toner, by putting a toner of it, so it takes away and reduces the red colors. I only color the underlines to give it a strong effect. I'll be back. Okay, I made sure the color, put on protection like I always do. The first color I bring on is the normal color, because there is a product in that reduces the working after 40 minutes. It's 4.00 of Lacme, and that I only use on the underlines to give it a stronger effect. This I made with 6%, that's 20 volume. Let's start with the foils. Starting on front, leaving a small part out, and make first the money makers. At the front I use a little bit stronger techniques, because then I know that this gives more fun to watch. It's the front, so that's why. Put my foil on, lace the hairs to the back, take the hairs aside, take about ½ centimeter, lay it to the front, and then I take about 8 millimeters, the new blonde part in the hair. Okay, now all the foils are on. Close my plastic foil, control it in about 20 minutes. Then afterwards I'll tell you all the things we did to reduce the heat in the brown color and what we put on. Hello, we're back. I put on a toner to reduce the light and reddish colors. So I put in a pearl toner of Lacme to reduce the light colors at the outgrow, and the first part, the distant color. I put in from David Gray silver toner, and it's a spray conditioner based. It smells wonderful and reduces all the heat into the hair. This I give her also to remain at home. You have to shake it before you use it. Start blow drying at the long side in the underlines and work my way up. On this side I work with a large brush, on the other side I work with a smaller brush. I put the highlights only on top, this to give the under hair the most power and to reduce damaging from the hair. So the part where I come now, here comes the highlights. There's no use to make her a zebra. We have already a panda in Holland, even two. The nice thing about the bleach we used is that there is no damage at all on the hair. They are still in a wonderful top condition. You see that also because my brush walks very easily through the hair. so far blow drying. Now I'm going to use my favorite Lanza oil. This one, of course. One drop. The wonderful thing about this oil is it smells right, but it also adds a lot of glow to the hair and don't greases the hair. And the smell is wonderful. And I think Danique will look stunning when the sun is shining, and also when the sun is not shining. And I thank her for being my model, and you for watching.
Again.
Yeah, again. This is my summer hairstyle for Danique. Hey. Danique, will you show this hairstyle to the world?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome.